Hey y'all, welcome back to Agreeing with Q. I do this every week, but thank you guys for tuning into my episodes. Thank you for being consistent. Thank you for giving me feedback. Thank you to everybody who really has reached out and supported me. I'm grateful for it, and I don't take it lightly. I think that it means a lot when people are taking time to listen to me and tell me what they thinking about my episode and comments and stuff. I'm grateful for everything that you guys do. I'm grateful for you guys responding to me and telling me about feedback and telling me about the sound and things like that. I'm grateful for. I was struggling trying to figure out what I really wanted to talk about up until 30 minutes ago. And I feel like a lot of people think that they know me, but a lot of people, I feel like they don't. So I was thinking, I was like, who is Keanu? Not a lot of people know Q. Who is Keanu? And the reason why I say that is because oftentimes people are misunderstood. Oftentimes I felt like nobody understood me, or I felt like nobody could relate to me. I've often felt like nobody cared about what I thought, or things like that. So who is Keanu? And when I said that out loud earlier, the first thing that came to my mind is somebody who just wants to be understood. That's literally who I am. I'm a person who I want to get my point across. I want it to make sense. And sometimes one of my flaws is I want it to make sense. Even if you don't think it makes sense, I still want it to make sense. So I'll spend time trying to convince a person or trying to persuade them to see it the way that I'm seeing it. That's why the podcast is called Agreeing with You, right? So even aside from that, I've spent time trying to be understood. Sometimes I spent too much time trying to be understood. Sometimes I spent so much time to where it's like I've missed out on things because I'm focused on people that don't even matter. Keanu is somebody who's crazy about his family. Keanu has a good heart, but I'm flawed. Sometimes I feel like I'm more flawed than what others see, which is probably a normal feeling. But I'm also a person who sees the best and wants the best. Right? I think that I'm selfless. I know everybody has selfish ways, but I think that I can be selfless to a point where I want the best for people. We were at Cedar Point the other day, and my cousins, they were like, if one of us were about to fall off a roller coaster, who would you save? And we were just joking. And I said, I'll just throw myself off. Because I love them so much. I would rather give myself than to pick and choose between one of my family members. That was just a silly example. But still, I'm a loving person and I love hard. I make sure that, I'm doing my best. I make sure that I was about to say I please people. And I think that I am a people pleaser. That wasn't no accident. I am a people pleaser, and I'm working on that. I'm working on being me and not apologizing for it. I'm working on being okay with you not agreeing with my decisions financially, or my decisions educational wise, or my decisions career wise. You know what I mean? I'm also a person, like I said last week, I take pride in instruction. A fool despises correction. So if you can't be corrected, the Bible compares you to a fool. So I want to make sure that I'm in a place that I can be heard and I can be corrected as well. So I often get that confused. I get that confused, to where, do I take this advice? Am I being disobedient by not taking the advice? Or do I not take the advice and do my own thing and see what comes of it? Also a person who I just want to be right. I want to do right. I have every desire to do right. I have every desire to be there for everybody. I want to show up for everybody. I want to show up. I want to be at the party Friday. I want to be at the graduation Saturday. I got to be at church on Sunday. You know what I mean? These are things that I struggle with, but, I do. I was talking the other day about going somewhere I didn't want to go. And I was like, I'm literally the only one that I can think of who is literally gonna go somewhere he doesn't want to go and doesn't feel like doing. Like, that's me. I'm gonna do it. But nobody else gonna break their back and go nowhere. I'm talking about the people I was thinking about. Nobody else is gonna break their back and do for me what I did for them. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about like just anybody specifically, but this is just life lessons. Like, not, and yes, we treat people the way we want to be treated. Like, when they get done pulling from you and pulling, you literally have nothing left for yourself. And I'm 28 now, and I'm realizing, like, sometimes there's nothing left for me. Like, I get through my whole days, and it's 9:30, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and what did I do for myself? Nothing. I served the Lord all day. I checked on my grandparents. I did this for my mom. I went and did this for so-and-so, but then I get home and there's nothing left for me. What are you leaving for yourself? What are you saving for yourself? What are you giving to yourself? What are you preserving for yourself? Like, I'm really asking myself these questions because I don't do it. Like, I really give and give and give and give. And oftentimes nobody is giving it to me. You know what I mean? So that's why I say I'm a people pleaser, because I understand that, and I've even realized that, but I still fail to recognize that it's not the same. Right? So I don't have a lot to talk about tonight, but that's one of the things. And I'm working on self-care, of course. I'm working on being in a place where I can say, no, I'm good. I'm working on being in a place where I can say, I'd rather not. I'll see y'all next time. Or I'm chilling in the house tonight. Like, and it seems so easy, but for me, it's not. Like, for me, it's like, okay, they want you there. Go do it. Show up and support them, you know. So I'm working on it. That's who I am. That's who Keanu is. Keanu just wants to do right. Keanu desires to make people happy. And I also want to be successful. I even compete with myself. You know, like at the end of a year, I'm like, okay, what did you do different than last year? What did you accomplish? What are you doing now? What are you doing now? What's next? What's your next plan? What's your next thought? What's your next desire? What's your next goal? You know what I mean? And these are all that's healthy. But I feel like the wrong balance can be unhealthy. I know the Lord. I love the Lord. So I got that too. But I also got flaws. I also have mistakes. Yeah. And the main person who's been there through all my mess ups is God. And I don't want y'all to be like, he's getting off topic. I'm not on topic because there's no certain topic. I'm literally just talking. So I don't want y'all to be like, it ain't structured. It's not supposed to be this time. But yeah, so. The person who's been in my corner, besides my family, God has been in my corner. God is literally the only one who sees all that goes on and still comes to my rescue. Like, God is literally the only one who knows. I'll get emotional. God is literally the only one who knows the secrets, the dirty things, the bad things, the mean things, the evilness in a person's heart. And he still comes through. He still protects us. And I said us, but I take it personal. He still come through. Sometimes, like, I get up. There's been times where I've got up and I ain't even prayed. I wouldn't, not even, Lord, I thank you. And go out there, like this weekend we were going to Cedar Point and we almost smacked into this car. And the only name I could call was Jesus. And I mean that. I know it's old school, but that's the only name that I could call was Jesus. I couldn't call mama. I couldn't call daddy. I couldn't call grandma. I called Jesus. And everything just smoothed out. So when it sounds like, can't nobody do you like Jesus? Can't nobody do you like Jesus. I know. I'm telling you. You can look for it in any other place, but can't nobody do you like Jesus. Can't nobody protect you like Jesus. Nobody can hold you like Jesus. Nobody can mend your heart. Nobody can calm your mind. Nobody can heal your body like Jesus. I mean it. I mean it. And I heard somebody say, if I was never sick, I wouldn't know that God could heal me. And that's a true story. If I never had a problem, I wouldn't know that God could solve it. So who is Keanu? Keanu is somebody who wants to do, there's a scripture in Romans chapter 7, I believe. It talks about, Paul is saying, the good that I would, I don't, because evil is always present. Paul is saying, I want to do good, but I can't because evil is always present. So it's not that I'm trying to do evil. It's that the flesh is not allowing me to do good, even though I want to. And that's what I kind of relate myself sometimes. And that's just the human in us, that we want to do good, but sometimes we can't because evil is always present. And sometimes it's us. So who is Keanu? Keanu is somebody who wants to do good, who strives to do good, who tries his best, who wants to be appreciated, who wants to be understood, who wants to make his family proud, who wants to see his family blessed, who wants to be blessed. Yeah, that's me. Yeah. Wow. That was good. So, if I want you to take anything from this podcast today, I would say, who are you? Who are you? And I often dwell on the bad, but make sure you recognize the good too. What are the strengths? Like, my strengths is that I'm going to show up and support you. My strengths is that I have a good heart. I have a forgiving heart. My flaws are that I got a mouthpiece. And my mouth can sometimes, cut a little bit. So what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? But who are you? Who do you want people to see? I want people to see God, of course, when they see me. But aside from that, I want them to see that I'm approachable, that I have a good heart, and I want them to see a light. I still desire a light. Like, I want to be a light in a dark place, right? So that's it, y'all. I didn't mean to make this like a soapbox, but sometimes I get on here because it's literally my therapy. So yeah, we got this. We're gonna be all right. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what y'all think about the episode. Yeah, I just got on here to talk to y'all. That's who Keanu is. A lot of y'all know Q, but y'all don't know Keanu. And I don't know which one is better sometimes, so I don't know. But yeah, so all right, y'all. It's been real. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the support. Thank you. All right, bye, guys.